So I recently did a video on using mag and in the disruption mission for the gift from the Lotus. That was hard to say for some reason. So I figured I'd show off the build that I use on mag. And as a disclaimer, this is not a guide. This is a build that I don't want to say that this is my build because anyone could come up with this. But this is the build that I use. This is the build that I'm comfortable with, and you can use it for yourself or you can improve on it and make it fit to your playstyle. And it could I'm going to be honest, she could probably be improved, but as she is now, I really enjoy her. And I'm also going to say that I am horrible at explaining, which I believe it's evident if you watch some of my other videos, but I'm just going to keep this video short and sweet. I'm just going to show off the build, and let me go ahead and do that right now. So yeah, pretty much a balanced build. Excuse me. I did not want to give up a stat to try to improve on other ability. Like, I didn't want to sacrifice stats from one ability to improve on another ability. So that's why I'm not using any of the mods from the Oricon vaults. Right? Yeah. So yeah. Let's just talk about what the mods that I'm using. I feel like they're pretty self-explanatory, but growing powers and intensify for the added strength. I'm using Prime Flow because it gives me more energy, and the way I play her, I probably spam her abilities too much, so I would want as much energy as I can. I think flow is nice to have in general, especially if you're a caster frame. So yeah, having all that extra energy is just nice. I'm using Constitution and Prime Continuity for the added duration, because it basically it affects 3 of her abilities. So having that duration is nice. Also, Constitution has the added bonus of faster knockdown recovery, which is really great, in my opinion. Yeah, we'll go ahead and talk about range. Cutting Drift and Stretch. I just like the added range, just to spread more of an area to crowd control more. I'm using Redirection because 2 of her abilities affect shield in some way. So giving her more shields to basically take advantage of 2 of her abilities. And I'll go over those. The 3 will restore shields on you and anyone else that comes in contact with the bubble. Her 4 will give you shields based on how many times the enemies are hit. And that will boost into overshields. So having a big shield value just makes it better, in my opinion. I will say, if I had the mod, I would probably give Prime Vigor a try. It's less shield capacity, but it gives you more health. And health is a valuable stat, because if you don't have health, you're dead, and you're not doing anything. You're not helping your team, or you're not finishing the mission if you're playing by yourself. So yeah, if I had Prime Vigor, I would use it. I already went over Stretch. Counterpulse, I really like Counterpulse just because it's kind of a crowd control. It stops any enemy that comes in contact with the expanding bubble of your 3. Their guns and robots become disabled for a duration. And with the build that I have, it is a little over 7-second disable. And I'm also using Fracturing Crush, which I am starting to like more and more. It has the armor reduction, which does scale on based on your power strength. And I don't know how much strength you would need for 100% armor strip. But enemies affected by it also are not able to move. They can still shoot at you, but they won't move for a duration. And what I have is almost 13 seconds of them not moving. So you could, if you really wanted to, just run in a room, do your 4. Or if you have a huge range, stand in the next room, do your Fracturing Crush, and while they'll be okay, they won't be able to enter the room or enter the room that you're in. So, yeah. You can also just jump into a room, Fracturing Crush, and jump out of the room and relax for a little bit before they have the chance to move and enter the room. I really hope I explained some of that reasonably well, because I know I'm terrible at explaining. I don't really want to comment on the arcanes just because I don't really farm Eidolons at all. Like, this is from Nightwave, and this is from what few Eidolons I've actually done. I went with the slash resistant one because the slash and the poison procs will bypass your shield. So I thought having the added protection, the added resistance of make you die less. That's my theory. That's my reasoning. So yeah, that's what I went with that. I believe that's also the best one I had. I don't know if I even have the poison one. I probably do. I don't know. But yeah, I went with Slash. Slash is more common anyways. I believe that's it for the... Yeah, that's it for the mods. I was going to do a showcase, but I'll do a little short showcase of her abilities. Even though I did a whole video on using her. So, this is her first ability. It's a nice quick CC. I'm going to save her 2 for later. This is her 3. See, now they stop firing. Oh no, my guns are jammed. Oh. Oh no, what can I do? So yeah. I really do like the mod. And this is Fracturing Crush. This is her 4th ability. And if, like I said, they can't move. Hey! How's it going? Yep, and now they're moving. Now, this is her 2nd ability, which I think is really strong. It's kind of a defensive, offensive utility. Because as you can see, I'm not doing any damage. But they're firing, and all of their own bullets are flying into that bubble. And I mean, you could feed into it too. But they're basically attacking each other. Although I think the initial target is taking most of the hits. But yeah. No, none of the bullets are actually flying out of there. They're all flying back into the bubble. And there's a combo with her 2 and 3. If you do her 3, her 3 does strip armor and shields. But it's only a flat value. But those armors and shields that you strip actually become a projectile. And then when you use your 2, it actually adds into the bubble. So yeah, that was a pretty... I hope that was a decent enough short showcase of her abilities. So yeah, that's mag. That's my mag build. I still don't like saying that. It's the build that I use on my mag. How's that? And yeah, if you have any comments or questions, or maybe even helpful tips, or think I'm an idiot, let me know. So yeah, that's gonna be it for today's episode. I will see you in the next grind.